This 2021 Supra SL 450 is going to blow your mind. We matched it up with the Midnight Metal Flake on the upper accent and the main panel. We got Pacific blue accents and a dark gray hull. Now the trailer has dual gray and Pacific matching the interior flooring. So you're going to see pecan and dark gray accents throughout this boat. From heated seats to touchscreens, GoPro connectivity, tower cameras that automatically click on when you put it into reverse. There's a lot going on with the Supra SL, and we're going to take you through all the parts and pieces. Inside the bow of the Supra SL, as with any of the seats in this boat, that Chiltec vinyl, it's supple, it feels like something really luxurious. It's a really nice place to be. We did pecan on pecan with a light gray accent on this boat with white stitching. It matches with the pecan and black flooring that you see throughout the boat. And this one does have, of course, the standard bow filler cushion, which is also a walk-through pad on these boats in 2021. You do have 2 cup holders for each person in the bow. You do have a 12-volt outlet for each person in the bow. I don't know why I'd ever leave the bow. I've got everything I need up here, unless I guess I want to go surfing, or we can check out the helm. The new windshield for 2021 on the entire Supra lineup has a friction bracket, so I can leave this windshield and it's going to hold itself as you move it down. So a little bit more sturdy, a little bit more confidence in moving it. The other thing you're going to see too is that the frame is on the inside and then a nice beveled piece of glass on the outside. Really, really nice, luxurious look to it. As we move through the interior, of course, we've got access to our trash bin that's here, or if you want to use it as your can receptacle for recycling. And then these 2 pieces right here help hold our cockpit separator. This cockpit separator goes in here. It helps to separate the cockpit with the windshield closed from the bow, and it helps to reduce wind noise. It'll reduce cold air coming in here, and on those colder nights, if you turn on your heaters, it'll help fill up the cockpit area with some warmer air. So nice little feature on there. We're going to show you the helm and exactly what the touchscreens look like and how the functionality works through them. There's a lot to see with that. And we want to show you each of the screens and how the functionality works with the Supra Vision Touch. In 2021, Supra updated their driver's seat to an exoskeleton with billet aluminum. Really nice match with the tower features. It looks really great, as well as a little bit different accents and stitching. Very, very modern look on this, this new seat. Of course, the same as before, you've got the flip-up bolster, so you can put that up if you want to sit up and look above the windshield. Nice thing about Supras in general is when you are, whether you're surfing or doing other sports, you do have a bow that stays relatively low, so you don't feel that you need to be sitting above the windshield like you do on some other boats when you're surfing or when that bow is up high. I'll tell you, it really feels special to be behind the helm of the Supra. Although this seat's not in the position that I want it to be, I am going to move over to seat functionality, and I am going to move myself up a little bit, and I'm going to move myself back a little bit. Now that's all electronic risers on here, along with the electronic seat heater. The steering wheel does tilt, so I can get it to the right spot, and the seat back on here is adjustable as a part of the screen as well. The functionality that you have on the steering wheel is also pretty immense. I can control between my screen up here without having to touch the screen, which I can control the tower and the transom cameras, so I can see where the rider is or see behind me, as well as I have functionality for AutoWake, my steering wheel heater, the pages and rider profiles that are in here, surf tab left, right, and then all of my audio, which is on this side as well. So whether I'm trying to go through and file with my water sport settings or surf left and right, see the camera, turn AutoWake on and off, or change the song, or change the volume, that can all be done without having to take my hands off the steering wheel. On the back side, you've also got toggles for the wake plate which you can adjust up and down with the toggle on this side. There's just little buttons similar to what you'd find in your car for adjusting the station or the volume. And on this side, we've got 2 tactile buttons that will adjust the cruise control up and down by 0.1. On the helm, you've also got this nice wireless charging unit where you can put just about any size phone in there and it's going to charge. Mine actually charges with the case on, which is amazing. You've got a little spot here for the extra keys to your truck or whatever, and then you also have power and audio inputs if you need those. You do have a horn, and the horn is updated for 2021. A little bit better. The engine start-stop switch is listed here as well. On the screens, we've got controls for the stereo. Switches, we can switch between the seat switches, blower and bilge, as well as our lights, which we can do all on, all off. We can turn on navigation lights, docking individually, or if we want to set our floor lights or our mid-level speaker lights to a certain color, we can do that. We can also draw up and down the intensity. With the AutoWake screen, you're going to see the pitch and roll. You can also adjust the pitch and roll. You can turn AutoWake on and off. You can adjust your speed, and you can set your left and right surf tabs and see all of the filling of the ballast or stop the ballast. So there's a lot you can do on this one screen that's right here. The nice thing about this screen as well is you do have the rider's profiles. So once you do have a profile that you like, you can save it, whether it's wakeboarding, surfing, or a specific profile for each person. You can change these and add to them. Back in 2021, we put the cooler back in the center, probably where it belongs. The access to the cooler in this space right here is really well suited for all of your drinks, snacks, and lunch. So anybody who's walking through can come by, flip that up, and grab what they need without having to lift up a cushion or move anybody around. Of course, all of the cushions and seating on here are on double hinges. We've got our cover stashed underneath here. The nice stainless steel double hinges they have here make it so you don't have to hold these cushions up when you're trying to access something. You flip up, grab what you need, and flip them back down. This seat right here does flip up to also have another, either whether you want as a headrest or a backrest for a spotter seat, so everybody can be facing backwards. Also new in 2021, this co-captain seat is a solid one-piece. It's a solid one-piece seat on actuators. Board storage and access to your amp, access to the batteries, subwoofer, fire extinguisher, and that trash receptacle that we access from the outside are all in here along with your charging unit. The other nice thing about this too, heated and heated. So not just the captain's chair heated for 2021, but the co-captain's chair is also heated. So you can have a nice warm toasty seat. And the controls for those are on one of the 3 screens. You also have a screen for the passenger as well. I love these Supra biminis. There's a lot of space and shade that's covered under here to the front of the windshield. They fold away nicely. They've got a really nice boot so you can travel with them, and they have storage underneath them. So if you're heading to the, let's say you're heading to the tiki bar for the afternoon, you can throw some stuff under here that you may not want somebody to see. Moving on to the tower, you've got the 2 JL can speakers here. You can option it with the 4 speakers. Sometimes I prefer the 2 because it gives me a little bit more space to walk through versus having the 4, but everybody has their own personal opinion on that. And then of course the standard power tower with Supra. Push of a button, tower goes up and down. Of course, before you do any of that, you do want to tuck away your racks, tuck away the bimini before you actually put it down, but it does fit right inside the windshield, and it's a nice little package on there. On the racks themselves, they lock out straight back, and they lock in, and these clamping board racks hold your boards, whether it's a surfboard or a wakeboard. They've got extra width to compensate for that. When you want to release the boards, you press in. Releases the board, you take it out, clamp them, back down, and lock them away. Really, really sturdy feature on here. The whole tower is extremely sturdy. You're not going to see the flexing that you see on towers 10 years ago on all lines of boats. Really, really sturdy tower construction here with the power tower. Also new for 2021, you have these surf tow points. So where you could add a second set of racks if you wanted it, you also can opt for these surf tow points. And these surf tow points allow you to pull a rider from the side, keeping them out of the center and keeping them off that wake. They don't have to crest over that wake to get into the surf. They can actually start out on the side. You pop them up and bring them right into the wake. So nice little feature on there. And of course we matched up this one, dark gray tower with the Pacific blue accents, which you see on the surf tow point, the accent bar here, and then on the inside and outside of the bimini supports. Standard on all Supras is a flip seat table. By grabbing the two handles here and walking backwards, this billet aluminum bracket table and support turns into a nice card table with 5 cup holders, an area to have lunch. Flick of your thumb, pull that handle, and now you've got your nice Chiltech seat facing backwards. Everybody can watch the action happening. I just converted that into a seating for additional people facing backwards within seconds. With the walkthrough on the Supra SA, the SL, and the SE, there's a walkthrough cushion that also fills up that space, and this is what you see right here. To remove that cushion, we lift up on these compartments. That gives us the ability to move it out of the way. Nice thing about the cushion is it does store on the boat, or if you're going to be just surfing or doing some water sports for the morning or afternoon, you can leave it at the dock. You don't need to bring it with you. Flip these down. Now you've got your nice walkthrough, access to your pylon, as well as your flip-up seats on each side. And for the surfboard storage, you don't even need to bring the boards into the boat. You can put them back here, wet boards, ropes, life jackets, everything can go back here, and they will drain into the bilge from there. That's a nice feature. So by the time you're stepping from here, you could be without gear, just have your towel and your bathing suit and be drip drying on the walkthrough right here. And by the time you get into the cabin, be fairly dry, not getting water everywhere, which is always nice. Flip these down, put them back like that. There is a bunch of storage underneath here, and you also have these hangers which help you hang, again, life jackets, ropes, anything you want to organize in there. These floors are finished off and they're extremely sturdy. Underneath this is subfloor ballast, so you have as much storage as you want to use. It's never going to change. The ballast is underneath that, so it's not going to take up your storage. Nice feature in terms of what you might have in terms of other brands. You're going to have all subfloor ballast on this SL, and you're going to see that all of your storage throughout the entire boat stays how you want it organized for you and your crew.